Hey, it's Brett and Tracy here. And today we're going to go over allowance because we realize that when we say the word allowance, a lot of times people get a real funny look on their face and they get a really negative opinion about an allowance because they think what it means is we're just going to shell out money to our kids and not expect them to do anything.
It's really important to spend a little bit of time on this because allowance is, we think, the number one tool for teaching kids about money. There's nothing else that compares. You can't give them a book. You can't give them a class. Some of those things might help, but there has to be an allowance if kids are going to learn how to manage money. What's so funny?
You totally interrupted me. I wasn't done talking yet.
Well, that's fine.
I was going to say that's not what we think about allowances.
What do we think? Tell the people.
To us, an allowance, and the way that we use allowance in our program is to mean that an allowance is the portion of our budget that we allow our kids to spend. So it's money that we would be spending on the kids anyways for activities, school lunches, clothing, shoes, and instead of us spending the money and the kids not understanding how that all works, we're giving the money to them to manage.
It's a delegation of responsibility, really, and it makes our lives easier because we no longer have to think about how to spend their money. We no longer have to think about presents that we want to buy for their friends or what kind of clothes to buy or back to school shopping or all this. It took a while to get there, yes, but you take baby steps. You start one step at a time, and it makes for really happy teenagers. They're able to now manage their budgets. They know that they're going to have some savings that they can spend on games or computers or whatever the heck they want, but it all fits into their budget, and it's money that we would have spent on them anyway. That's a really key concept.
There's really no faster way to get the message across to a teenager about, designer clothes probably not being the best use of their money than to give them the money for a pair of jeans and all of the rest of their clothing and have them realize how much further it goes if they don't put a name brand on their butt.
So getting started on allowance is going to be our number one focus here. It has been for a number of years. It's going to continue to be our number one focus. We think that it is the most important thing that any parent can do to help their kids learn how to manage money. But more importantly than that, it's the number one thing that a parent can do to give their kids an opportunity in the world, to be successful growing up and to really change the family dynamic. There's all kinds of communication changes that are going to happen when you are on the same side as your kid when it comes to money and buying decisions. Giving them the freedom and the flexibility and giving them opportunities to come back to you every month and say, hey, I wanted to talk about something. Can you help me out with this problem? Or can you help me plan ahead? Rather than, oh my goodness, it's Friday. I need a new shirt for a band concert. Go buy this for me.
And honestly, what you just said does not sound real world at all. Like, it does not sound at all like if you're in the thick of it with your teenager, when Brett just said your teenager is going to come to you and say, hey, can we talk about this? Okay, that totally is making no sense to you because you're laughing and thinking that is never going to happen, right? It will happen. It maybe won't sound that cheesy. But to get there, you have to start when your kids are younger. We're not saying that today you're going to go into the next room, tell your kids you're giving them an allowance, and next week they're going to totally understand how it all works. You will have to start and work slowly to get to that point. If you do that, then they will start being responsible and talking about money in the same terms that we would as adults.
Yeah. The good news is older teens are able to make faster strides in starting this because they already do understand the value of money. By and large, a lot of them do. Some kids do. And they know how to spend money well. So there's that. You don't have to teach them how to spend money. But it will take a little bit of time. We go through all of these steps in a whole lot of detail. We've got a lot of tutorials. We've got a lot of downloadables, and we've got information. Or you can just get a hold of us, contact us on Facebook or here on the website.
We'll point you in the right direction. But the one thing to remember is no matter how bad it might seem at your house right now, there is hope. We can work with you. We can get your kids to understand how to manage money, even if you don't understand yourself. If you think, you are a financial mess and you messed up your finances when you moved out of your parents' house, we even have a quick little budgeting tutorial for you. So it doesn't matter if you have a finance degree or if you're a single mom and you're just barely making ends meet, we can help you.
All right. So watch this space. Actually, changes are going to be coming here. we're moving to a new concept called the Allowance Academy. You're going to see some of those changes showing up in our look and our feel and some of our message. But more than anything, just stay with us here. We're on a mission to help you make a big change for your family, make a better future for your kids. Remember, you can do this.
If you want to stay up to date on everything that we're going to be sending out, the free content, the website changes, to participate in questions and answers that we randomly will hold at certain times of the year, make sure you sign up for our list using the sign up form here on this page, and then you'll be up to date on everything we have to offer.
All right. That's about it.
Bye.
I think I'll probably cut it off after everything we have to offer.
You don't like the bye?
The bye was cute.